Welcome to another episode of Hey Meah. I'm Meah Denee, and today we have a great episode lined up for you guys. I am here in the studio with the amazing and fabulously talented Lea Anderson. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. I actually came across your music through a friend, and he was like, I really love her music. You have to hear her. And I went to your page, I went to your website, and I was like, yeah, I like this girl. So I hit you up, and you were so open to coming to the show, and we finally got our schedules together.
Finally.
So thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, I was looking at some of your interviews, and I saw you did an interview with a young lady, and she was just talking about, you were talking about when you started singing at such a young age, and your dad taught you.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that and kind of the most important things he taught you about being a star?
Oh, well, yeah, definitely music quality. I think he started that with having an actual record collection. I don't think a lot of parents have that, but my dad had he still does have a very strong record collection with Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder. He was also the main person driving me to talent shows and being there with the camera, both cameras. And also forcing me to listen to smooth jazz, or what my music sounds like.
Yeah, I think that's why I loved it, because my mom growing up, that's all I heard in the car was jazz, R&B.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder was playing every Sunday for breakfast. So that's really awesome.
Thank you.
And then I know you were talking a little bit more about how you feel that your music is different than what's out right now, what's mainstream. And so kind of tell us what's so different about your music.
It sounds authentic R&B. It really is rhythm and blues. It's drum heavy. It's based on my experiences. It really is R&B. It's not trying to be this new age stuff. It's really R&B.
Nice. Yeah. So the album is called Pronounced Lea.
Yes.
And I think this is an awesome title because,
Thank
I was
you.
telling you before, her name is spelled Lea, and a lot of people would pronounce it Leah, but it's actually Lea. And I was like, I like that so much better because, I don't know, I'm a Meah, and I don't like any other rhymey names that come to Meah. I don't like Leah, I don't like Nia, I don't like any of that. So I was like, oh, okay, her name's Lea, so this is better. I was looking on your website, and I saw that you have some shirts.
I do, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I want you to tell me what was the thought behind these shirts. So the first one was, you can't handle a girl like me.
Yes.
So what was going on there for you to make that shirt?
It's the song. It's lyrics to Not That Type of Guy, and I thought it would be cute to just have my shirt. Well, I like quotes, good quotes. I just wore a shirt today that said "God Music?" ? And so I'm like, why not create yoga shirts with my lyrics on them?
Nice.
Yeah.
I was in Philly, and I sat down with this amazing group of women, very diverse, different ages, all different occupations, and we were talking about Black women and sexuality.
Yeah.
And what does that mean? What is our definition of sexuality? How are Black women perceived in society as, these sexual beings?
Yeah.
And so the question I have for you is, you have strong lyrics, you are a strong woman, you have a strong presence when you perform. And
Thank you.
So, yeah, you're welcome. So for you, how has your sexuality played a part in your music?
That's a hard question to ask. It opened me up a little bit more because I'm very kind of closed when it comes to relationships and sexuality. I'm not really open. I dress a certain way. I do dress sexy, but I'm not very far out there. This is what I'm doing tonight.
Yeah, about just your personal life and what you're doing. You're not putting it out there.
Yeah.
I could totally understand that. Yeah, and I feel like as women, we have a right to be sexual beings,
We do,
even if it's just our
do.
clothing. How do you stay true to yourself when you're in an industry that wants to constantly change you and your sound and your image? How do you kind of stay true to yourself?
Luckily, I grew up in an era where there are artists that are true to themselves. I feel like Khalees broke that mold, and so I could I have her to study, and then also I depend on God, and I do yoga. So I make sure that my faith is open and I'm being guided right, and I am one within me. So no distractions.
That's so important.
It
That's
is.
really such an important thing to like actually take the time out to like understand who you are
It
and, have that connection with God and,
Absolutely.
Just like experience new things so that you are aware of like the things you like, what you don't like, how does this make me feel? How does this make others feel when
That's more important.
yeah. So that's awesome. That's awesome that you have that awareness and you can put it into your music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like the beginning, being a singer, you're the beginning of a ripple. Like you are that drop into the water that affects that person, that affects that person, that affects that person. So if you ain't right, you are going to make everyone else kind of.
Yeah, that's what they're seeing. Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't realize that, or they may realize that, but they're like, a lot of artists, they may realize that, but they're just like, maybe they're just about the coin instead of like, instead of really connecting with people.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big difference with a lot of artists nowadays. So it's
Yeah, that's
awesome
true.
that you stay true to yourself, not just for yourself, but also your fans too, and the music that you're putting out. Thank you so much. Please let us know. Shout out your
Yes.
CD.
My EP is called Pronounced Lee. It is now on iTunes, Google Play, Pandora. I have my own Pandora station. Can you believe that? You could be my friend on Instagram at I am Lea Anderson, or log on to www.IamLeaAnderson.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for the
the.
performance.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Hey Meah. I am your host, Meah Denee. Please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Real Reality. That is the production company we are under. Make sure you follow us, Hey Meah, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And stay tuned for another episode. We are here to bring you more entertainment, more uplifting content. Thank you always. Love always. I'm Meah Denee.
Well, baby, baby, baby. Hey, hey, hey. Baby, I ain't gonna lie. Never expected you to have me up in black face, waiting on you. Hurry up and get home, I'm hot for you. If you had a long day, you don't have to say a word when you arrive. I'll wait for you. Whatever you want, I'll do it for you. Oh, your love, your touch, I yearn for it, I ache for you. Oh, your kiss, your love, I want you right now, but I'll wait for you. Baby, just come to me. Let me do you all night long. Take your time, I'll wait for you. Let me show you how much I missed your touch. So just lay on me and softly kiss me there as I say, I waited on you. I'll call your name, you know I'm all yours. Oh, your love, your touch, I yearn for it, I ache for you. Oh, your kiss, your love, I want you right now, but I'll wait for you. Hey, you.
warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
What on earth are you two doing?
I'm going downtown. What are you doing?
Well, I'm here to give you knowledge. One does not simply do the deed without the magic of blow paste.
Blow paste?
Yes, blow paste. The oral sex lubricant that's good for your teeth.
Wait, oral sex lubricant that's good for your teeth?
Yes, what a bright young fellow you are. Let me explain. Say you brush your teeth, and you're about to do the deed, usually with lubricant that has aspartame and candy-like substances. And then you have to brush your teeth again. With blow paste, you don't have to brush your teeth again. You can just fall asleep in your lover's arms.
Wow, that sounds hygienically friendly.
Why, yes, we wouldn't want you two young ginger snaps destroying your beautiful smiles for the sake of a little sucky. Now, judging by the way you are studying his sausage, one might say that you are vegan. Is that right, darling?
Well, yeah.
Well, you're in luck, because blow paste is vegan, gluten-free, and has no preservatives.
I love you.
And I love you. I'm the blow paste fairy. Now, you two have fun. Oh, and tomorrow, when you wake up inches from each other's faces, don't worry, no stank breath. Have a delicious day.
Welcome to another episode of Hey Meah. Today we have a really great show lined up for you. I have these amazing women with me, and we're going to be talking about sexuality and women and ethnicity. So let me introduce all these beautiful women. We have Kasu, we have Alexis, Trish, Natalie, and Jasmine. Let's start off with, what is sexuality to you women? What is your definition of sexuality?
I have an answer for that. Sexuality to me is just my freedom in the bedroom. In and out of the bedroom, actually. I mean, it's embracing everything it is to be a female.
I completely agree with Trish. I would say that, yeah, it is in and out of the bedroom. Us as sex in America usually just talks about, the organs, the active sex. But sexuality is us as human beings. And us as women. We need to learn and understand that sexuality is everything about our body, our anatomy, and being comfortable with it shows that you are an independent, free spirit.
By everyone's own definition of sexuality, do you think you're comfortable in your own sexuality?
I'm definitely not comfortable completely.
I would agree with you. I wouldn't really feel like I came into it just like, oh, this is what it is. I feel like it was like a learning process. It wasn't something that was talked about. It was something that you saw on either TV or you understood through just your peers doing it or talking about it weirdly in the side, but it never was out in the open in my face, I don't think.
I am.
But you've
I've
always been a fluid.
I embraced it at a young age, and once I figured out what I felt like my definition of sexuality was and what it meant to me, I became so comfortable with it. I'm so comfortable talking about it. I'm comfortable in the bedroom telling people what my needs are, articulating those needs. I'm comfortable with asking them what they need. I'm comfortable just being myself.
But what is it that makes you comfortable with your sexuality, you feel? Like, what was the process for you?
That is a great question. The only way you can be comfortable in your own sexuality is if you become comfortable in your sexuality. Women don't engage in self-love. Can I say masturbation?
Yeah.
Okay. They don't engage in masturbation enough. They don't. When I wake up in the morning and I take my shower and I have that towel that Kasu was talking about, when I have that on and I lift it up and I'm just like, look at that. Look at all that. That is beautiful. Like, I embrace that. I embrace my body.
That's so powerful, though.
I look at myself. I know what it looks like down there. I know how all that works. I've seen it. And I like the way it looks. Like, you have to be comfortable with yourself before you can be comfortable in your own sexuality.
Right. I kind of feel like a lot of the times people don't feel comfortable with themselves because of social media and being betrayed with that. And I just feel like a lot of women don't feel comfortable within their body because we feel like we have to look like Kim Kardashian or look like Beyonce without clothes and you know, and it's not really like, forget them, love yourself. And that's what God, that's the greatest gift that God gave us all, is to be ourselves. Because if we were all robots, it would be no originality. It wouldn't be no uniqueness within the world. So, I mean, big, small, fat, lumpy, cottage cheese, all that. Love yourself. That's beauty. That's the beauty. Scratch marks, love them.
If you're comfortable sharing the first time you had sex, for me, that would have been 16. And it was all downhill from there. Because at that age, I had no idea what I was looking for or what I wanted from men. It's like, here it is, I'm allowing this person. This comes with being comfortable in your sexuality. You have to make mistakes to learn what it is you need. And here it is, I'm letting this boy do what I think he knows how to do. He doesn't. He has no idea what he's doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't care how many girls he slept with at that age. He has no idea what he's doing. And, you know, you kind of do it and you're wondering, like, why did I do that? Like, what was the point of that?
My first experience was awful. Like, sex was awful. I lost my virginity at 14. Like, I was really young. And I don't even know why I wanted to do it. I just, like, I had a boyfriend. I was a freshman. He was a senior. And I was just, like, I guess I felt that, like, this is something that, you know, high schoolers do, especially if, like, he's older. He's going to want to have sex. And I just wanted to do it. And I did it. And it was awful. It lasted, like, 10 minutes. And I started crying afterwards. And he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, why did I do this? Like, you have to go. Like, it was literally, like, that decision to have sex at 14 literally haunted me until, like, I was about 20-something. Like, I literally just let it go because it was, like, literally one of the biggest regrets of my life. And I feel like, I honestly don't know what should have been said to me as a child, like, what my mom or dad could have done to, like, make me not want to have sex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was going to be my question to you. Like, what were you really expecting out of it? I mean, did you go in it with the mindset, like, okay,
I didn't expect
I want it, because that's how I
anything.
want it. Like, I want it to be romantic. I want it to be, like, rose, like, you know how the movies had it? I was
There's
like,
two
that's how it has
depictions
to
of
look.
sex. It's like, you have the love and basketball, annihilate thing, they get into it right after prom. That's one depiction.
That's old school.
And then, if you're like me, you have the porn depiction. So there's no balance as to what sex really looks like if you haven't done it. Because it's like, you have porn and these girls are getting off every, 2 seconds, and that's how your body's supposed to work. You're supposed to be able to get off through penetration alone, and there's no need for foreplay because he's just running in there and everything looks great and dandy. Then you have the Love and Basketball version where the lights have to be, like, there's a mood that has to be set. There should be Maxwell playing in the background somewhere in the world. Like, that's just coming down. That's what we're talking about.
But I feel like porn is taboo as well. Like, especially for women. Like,
I think that's good.
You think what to watch? That is taboo.
That is taboo.
Okay, let me hear why you think it's good.
I think it's good because we're not men. We're not supposed to be. You know, like, that essentially is the balance. You have to have balance. So even if we watch it, for us to share it, if we were just as out there with it like they were, it kind of takes away the allure, not just for us, but also for them.
Ooh, that's a delicious
I like
point.
that.
Yeah. So, in saying that, what makes sex more intimate for you as a woman? What makes it an intimate experience versus something, for, I guess, at this point in our lives, we're not having much casual sex, but what makes it more intimate for you guys?
For me, it was, my growth into, I would have to admit now, being at this age, my growth into my sexuality, because, I mean, I can admit, when I started having sex, I had no idea what it was that I was looking for, who the person was that could be the right one who I can even be myself with in an intimate setting. But I feel like once I got into a relationship where I felt like all of our counterpoints are being met, like, I see you, you see me, I'm not awkward with you, I'm not feeling like you're gonna expect something of me that I'm not ready to do yet, so I'm not vulnerable. So that's kind of how it came into mind. It's like just that comfortability with that one person.
My last relationship taught me quality over quantity. It's like, no matter who you slept with and how big they think they are, what you think you're learning from these people that you do sleep with. It's kind of like you find one person that's willing to put in, one person that teaches you something that you didn't know before, or teaches you kind of how to be intimate. Like, sex is intimate, but sometimes you can separate the two. So to combine them, like, you find somebody that shows you that quality of intimacy where it's like, this is like love. This is a very powerful, experience we're having. So you don't get that with everyone.
I found that comfort level, that intimacy level, is when the partner that I was with and I'm still with, is that we don't even have to have sex. We could just lie there naked together. We can walk around the house. We can cook. We can eat, and we're naked. We're comfortable with our bodies without being clothed. I know you guys watch the show Naked and Afraid, but it's more to life than like sex itself. The act of intercourse, I should say.
I think that sex is about power. And so I think that by it being about power, it's absolutely, to enjoy and have the best experience, you absolutely have to have some type of just fundamental trust level. Like, because power is a funny thing. Power is one of those things that if you're too greedy, it's going to destroy, period. So if you use for good, it'll manifest itself. But with it being about power, if you don't trust that person and you feel like they may have ill intentions, you're not comfortable. You won't be comfortable. You can't fully explore the way you're supposed to. And I think that sex is supposed to be explorative. You're supposed to learn. You're supposed to figure out the contours of yours and their bodies. Like, you just discover things just because. What else you gonna do? Like, like, what else are you gonna do but explore? So if you can't even do that because you're not comfortable how they might perceive it to be, or you got to think about how you think that they see you, or how you really see them. It takes the fun out of it.
Another question, the double standard question: should women be allowed to do what men do? Like, if a woman wants to have multiple partners, or if a woman wants to just have one night stands and stuff like that, should she be allowed to do it?
For me, I feel like we should have the right to do it. But for me, when it comes to sex in general,
would you judge another woman for doing it?
No. I would try not to. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna try not to judge you, because I've judged people and I've been judged, know. But for me, when it comes to sex, it's such a spiritual thing. I feel like sex needs to be more spiritual. This is me giving my body to somebody, so I don't want my spirit and my energy to be connected to everybody. So for me, I'm not gonna, give my body to everyone. But if somebody makes the decision to do that, I just hope that she's doing it in the right mindset. It's not something that she's doing because she feels like she needs love or she needs attention or she's, down-spirited. It's something that she honestly just wants to do because she likes sex or whatever. Thank you so much, ladies. This is a really great conversation. This is my first time ever really having a conversation like this. And to hear so many different perspectives was very eye-opening for me. Is there any last words that anybody just wants to say?
Yes. Have fun.
Love yourself.
Have fun.
Re-tickle his
It's
pickle.
just life. I think people take life.
Re-tickle his pickle.
I highly recommend that book for anyone.
Be comfortable in your own skin.
Oh my gosh.
It is just life. Don't take it too seriously. People take it way too seriously. We gonna die. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a person. Listen, we gonna die.
So true.
And
it's just life.
No.
We're just here. Have fun.
You may as well love the skin you're in, love the life you live,
and try new things. Don't
definitely
be afraid of change.
Try new things.
Yeah. You see that? Yeah. You see that old person that's just walking down the street in their own world? Don't wait to get old to do that. Be that now, because you will find so much more happiness in it.
Embrace your sexuality. Be sexual. Wake up in the morning, you get out that shower, lift up the towel, and you love everything that comes out of it.
Yeah, but also know that when you love, you want that person that you're with to love you
just as much
maybe
as you do.
Just as much or more, because it's important. You don't want to give 100 and get back none.
And being vulnerable is not a bad thing.
Oh, I think that's the thing for women. That's the thing for women. I think that's where we go wrong. Giving it in too soon. The best time is when they care more. I think.
That is
you have to wait till they care a little bit more and they
That
showing
so
I care before you go, and you rid yourself of so many
kids, like
False.
that person, that partner you choose, male, female, whoever it may be, make sure they love their self as well.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're used as a
Excellent.
tool for their own.
Like you said, the
selfishness.
soul, like you get that someone else's extraness and then you're extra
All that
And
down.
they'll start dragging you down.
Yeah, and that negativity is draining.
It's like succubus. Drain all your energy. Oh my goodness.
Then you don't want to tickle the pickle.
You have to read Tickle the Pickle. Just everybody get the book. Go on Amazon, get the book. It's great. Tickle's Pickle.
So, thank you so much, ladies. And this was another episode of Hey Meah. Continue to watch. We're going to put all these amazing ladies' information on the site so you guys can follow them. I know you guys love them like I do. So, we will see you guys next time. Love always.